Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use.
It's going in, don't have to go. Well, we all gonna get back. It's not cool, man. You don't know the
I got bail money.
Man, y'all doing too much, man. Just, if y'all want that, she gonna be quiet. She gonna be quiet.
No, who changed it from there to there? They told y'all that. Who? The president? Who?
They let Miss Gladys sit here, but she can't sit.
So, let me ask you this question. Have anything been said to her about her behavior?
Right.
Apparently, if she don't get 5 votes, then they want is no longer standing. Don't you touch me. Okay, stand up this way. Don't you touch me.
You can get arrested. I'm going to the courthouse. I'm going to the team. The lawyer said no.
That's what I'm Wow. What if they did that clip didn't include Councilman Pfeiffer, but if I was on city council, it wouldn't even got that far because I wouldn't have voted to move those tripods to the back of the room. So I think I would have been that deciding vote to where that would have that all that would not have happened. Let me say this. Those tripods, the reason why, whatever they gave, except for Paul, to be honest, if I was on city council, it'd be a lot of people that love Paul that would not like me. Because I would not have said anything about any stand. I would have only complained about Paul. That whole square I would have dedicated to Paul. He could have put all his devices all around that square. I would have whatever was ever going on, whatever you need. You want to look like a DJ back there? I can't care less. But I would give Paul that corner. But as far as the tripods, I wouldn't do nothing about that. I wouldn't do nothing about them tripods. They would be right where they was. And by all means necessary, I would stop those attacks from those first thing when it comes to that. That's police interaction. Let's talk about what needs to be changed. When a chair or anybody gives somebody a warning, it takes 5 yeses for that to go through, not 5 yeses to overturn her. I know what is whatever, but it's so crazy now that when the meetings start to last a little less, we go a little shorter. They spend a little less time in. It's been so little. Everything's been so long. 12, 1, 2, 3 o'clock is so long that I don't even know the short word to say about early. Early, that's the word, early. The earlier. They'll be ending a little earlier, sooner. If it was that way. Hell, sometimes I think they should say it's 6. It should take 6 votes. If all 9 members are there, it should take 6 votes in order for whatever the chair say to go. You got to be with the chair. This is crazy. This is crazy. And by all means necessary, I may be on city council and I say time because I know it's gonna be hacked. It's gonna be whatever. And I may say my time on the mic, but every time I vote, I'm voting in favor of dismantling these personal attacks against the citizens of Flint. Point blank. Point blank. That's ridiculous what's going on down there. And it really needs to de-escalate. And I don't understand why it's escalating. It's getting worse and worse. As far as the impression. The impression. God damn it. That's why I got on my referee shirt. Time out violence. Time out for violence. I'm holding the phone, but I'm making a timeout. Time out violence. Foul on all instigators. Technical foul on all supervisors, presidents, chiefs, captains that misinstruct, demand, threaten, whatever y'all do to make them do what they do against the citizens of Flint. If you are the one that's sitting up there yelling out, she hit him when she didn't, and he didn't, you failed to mention that he called her a bitch. But time out violence, because you never should have ignited those police officers to leave the back of the room and approach an 80-year-old woman. That never should have happened. I've been against every vote, period, when it comes to that. Now, sometimes, yeah, I'm gonna vote with but trust me, it won't be that many times, because after a little while, people realize that, hey, it ain't happening. Like I said, first thing, because of flipping it to where we had to increase the yeses to go with the chair crazy stuff. which may turn around and hunt you in the long run when you get a good chair. But hopefully you can have a great counsel. Because if you had a great counsel, you could interrupt whatever kind of marriage you have. Anytime a counsel is 5'4", it's something wrong with that. Now, if you had a 7'2", and a positive general fund plus your Harper funds in his own account, then you're talking. Then you're talking. When you have me on there bringing up stabilize the part now, so I'm finna quit, but I'm gonna say this. I would have wrote a resolution up to stabilize the water. Because I hope you found my sister's clip. And if you didn't find my sister's clip, I'm going to save it till you get done playing your clips. And then I'm going to add that to my closing remarks. And my closing remarks will be more than 2 minutes.
Especially,
Thank
I
you.
don't know. All my garbage go in one can, so I don't know. But anyway, they said the garbage company picked up all of everything that they had in front. So I don't know, and I was talking to Councilman Pfeiffer earlier because he was saying that y'all garbage contract was gonna lead to devastation, which y'all finna vote for today. Y'all have been lucky because of the thing of hot topics. And what I mean by that, before we can get a hold of y'all and shake y'all up and get y'all thinking about one thing, something new pop up. But when we come to the council meetings, instead of us getting addressed about changes to this budget that y'all about to vote on, y'all want to talk about putting somebody out the meeting, who want to fight who, and all that. All that got to change. We have been giving y'all great suggestions ever since y'all have been on council. Y'all have ignored us. Now y'all got a terrible budget. Just imagine what would have happened if y'all would have took $22 million and stabilized your water fund. Think about those 9,000 relatives that got liens on their house because of water accounts. That wouldn't happen. Think about when all of these water mains break and y'all don't have no employees to fix it. Think about when that pump went out in the 2nd Ward. And those people, some of them people still ain't got their basement cleaned up yet. So a whole lot of things could have been made, and then the petitions wouldn't have been signed so easily. They wouldn't have been signed so easily, but you wanna talk about taking people's houses instead of helping people stay in houses. You wanna talk about who should pay their water bill and who ain't and all that, instead of reaching out and like I asked when y'all went out of town, because I know it was money to help people with their mortgages and stuff that y'all wasn't reaching out for. And y'all still haven't reached out. Thank you.
What's up? What's up? What's up? Yeah, so so it's like, dang, that boy said a whole lot in 3 minutes. Lee, this would be a rough one, y'all. Oh, and they only have 2 minutes. It'd be a bunch of people like me, as y'all will see, because I think my boy got a couple more people whose clips he's gonna show. So they got people that speed talk bring up 3 times as many subjects I brought up. We got something go out there and say something smart to say something smart or nice. Cause this is not, like I said before, this is not a 8-1-7-2. It's not even a 6-3. This is a 4-5 council when it comes to doing what's best for the citizens and not doing what's best for the citizens. You know, sometimes you gotta put personal leads behind you. And if I was on city council, that's definitely something that I would be aware of. And I will only be aware of it because of my language. Time out, no violence. Well, I got my referee shirt on today. I will definitely be, well, it's the work every day for me. I mean, because I'm just going to keep it real. When I see BS, it's a different me than what you see right now. And you can't always jump in off of a flash and then you realize it wasn't nothing but a sprinkle, but it's too late because you done already threw a whole bucket of water in it. So, and in our situation, yeah, we go hard. Some go wrong. They grab an 80-year-old woman, call her a bitch, and we fill up the whole council chambers for one council meeting. Then a couple months go by. I guess we're going to fill up the council meeting next council because Art got arrested last night. We should be filling that council meeting up every night because they just passed a budget that's devastating. And they got to make some changes to it. I don't know what in the world this stuff that they okayed yesterday, last night, with important ingredients. It's like a cake without flour. Well, that's say baking soda. It's really more than baking soda, but that's just say a cake without baking soda. It ain't right. I'm talking about a budget without numbers, missing categories. I'm talking ledgers, accounting wise. I've been a long time since I took accounting. But as far as ledgers is concerned, you got empty ledgers, numbers missing. No, that's not an overview. Numbers is missing. Is only a certain percentage of your budget got to be turned in at a certain time, at the last minute? Or did you just vote for a budget with missing ledgers? That's something. Time out. technical foul on the leaders. And you got your people doing the wrong stuff, man. Come on. Amendments been needed a long time ago. Why you couldn't have took $22 million and stabilized your water fund, therefore giving you the ability to zero balance all of your citizens' water accounts. Now you are ahead of the game. If you want to complain about those who give a change to the city of Flint for their water bill, which is 60% towards the KW, is 60 or 70% towards the K, 60% towards the KWA. No, 70 towards the KWA water bond. I'm gonna do one if I was a state rep, because I'm gonna do some more talking. And really, if I was in that situation, I will be working on not going off with nobody. But I'm gonna throw and try and ignite and unite and unite and unite and unite and unite and unite at every position. Right now, I'm trying to unite. And I ain't trying to get along with nobody. I'm just trying to get people together with the right, with the same end goal. And then just everybody got an agenda, y'all. I'm gonna just keep it real. Even me. I don't even know what mine is yet. I just see a whole lot of good opportunities for the city of Flint. And I wanna try to bring it to them. I just see a lot. I just see a lot. I grew up. I'm gonna talk about that later on. But what else did I talk? What else did I talk about in my thing, Terrence? You paying attention with me? Cause that was a long 3 minutes. I know I talked about the water. I talked about helping the people with their houses, as far as like as the governor. I'm gonna get some of them lines to help people out because I really wanna reverse this thing that we got going here as far as housing and the way we live, the way we think, the way we raise. I found out something at the city council last night, and I know you didn't trap it, so I won't talk about it now. And maybe I'll bring it back up later on, depending on how many minutes I have. But I saw something last night with $200,000 for a good program for Flint kids. And they go inside of Flint schools. And the only Flint school they go inside of right now is Southwestern. And they do the ages of 16 through uh, uh, 21. So I really don't see no more high schools. And I sure the hell hope we ain't got 16-year-olds in the 8th grade. I don't really know. Do we got any more high schools? We have to be the one that's at the old Scott School. Are they still called the Scott School? Is that considered a Flint Public School high school? Flint Public Alternative School would qualify for them to go over there and help those kids out. But it's a shame that they are at Hamady and Western Heights or something like that, and they are helping Flint kids. Most of the kids that go to all these other schools live in Flint. Y'all gotta remember, Flint had 4 Class A high schools, and we have had a tremendous drop in population. So you can't tell me we ain't got two Class A high schools worth for young men and young women in the city of Flint. You can't tell me that. There's a lot of buses taking these kids places, and parents dropping their kids off, leaving Flint, Carmen Ainsworth, Hamady, Beecher, Grand Blanc, Davidson, Bendel, New Standard, Madison. Taking all our kids. Taking all our kids. And they got plenty of elementary schools taking our kids too. It should not be buses taking kids away from Carpenter Road School. But and I don't know when that come up, how that can be rearranged as far as the school board people are concerned. As far as, damn, that's a hell of a fight. But, man, that's a fight. Whew, that's a fight. Getting our kids back, getting them to change that law. How my girl Denise Williams said, I'm gonna take a miracle. Yeah. Woo! Got me cussing. Man, that's crazy, man. But yeah, man, we gotta build more houses. All of these places that's becoming land, we need to put houses on. We need to put houses on. That's why I look forward to being on the city. Like, real talk. As far as the houses is concerned, I would love to be on the council and work with Dennis Pfeiffer. As far as figuring out this balance, this budget, or just having, okay, yeah, get him, Jay, get him, JJ. That would be a great feeling. I won't have to go out because, the reason why I miss Eric May so much is because I ain't had to talk a lot. He said it all for me, him, you, generations as to come. As people will find out as they reminisce about Eric Mays on YouTube, TikTok. Terrence, you can bring up more memories than most of them put together. Definitely Flint. But y'all just don't know how much of a gift that was. Y'all know how good it felt. Y'all just don't know how good it felt. to call Eric Mays up and say, how much will it cost to stabilize the water fund and get a 21 million? Okay, bye. Okay, bye. We ain't gotta go through that no more. I ain't gotta add nothing else. I ain't gotta, well, what about this department? Well, what about that department? I not know, well, let me call, or let me look, or this plus this, and none of that. Because he been on it. And so many other things he been on. But, he had one issue. Hot topics. Hot topics. That's something. That's something. Definitely, we're going to talk about hot topics. I did talk about that. I talked about it, so I can talk about it now. We're going to try to get some We Run Long campaigns going. And trust me, it's some things that I said that y'all, and I ain't talking about all the time, or I ain't talking about as much as I should be as far as being out in the social media. But my mind has always been on those goals. And I'm still approaching those goals. And I want to thank everybody that's allowing me to relax and concentrate on other stuff. Because, and once everything come into Florence and come to an end, I'll explain. And when we get off the line, I'll talk to you, Terrence. But you know who you are. Thank you very much. All things don't need to be put in the air. Sometimes things that can be put in the air. And I'm gonna give we witnessing a prime example right now, Terrence, about hot topics. Because trust me, we witnessing. When you get done showing the clips, let me know this is the last one. And then I'm gonna explain to you what I just said. All right, give me another clip.
I don't care about what nobody said at this podium at all. So my thing is, put your damn paper and just leave. My thing is, we got a lot of young kids out here, young men and young girls. I talked to a bunch of them. They don't have no hope no more because they say y'all like kids up in here. They said, what can they do for us when they can't even get along? How can you tell somebody to do this? And then Miss Judy, you always have these backdoor meetings and stuff. Stop doing that. Invite your 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 to these meetings because you know what time they go to work and the ones that don't go to work, you still should reach out to them with a phone call or an email. Your ass is getting them pocket money that you doing and you're not being honest. And then you had that meeting over there for fourth ward. You lied. You said you don't have no help. Over there want to help. You need some help over there. They said you free. You don't reach out to them because some of us my family members too. They Mexican. They came. So at the end of the day, do better. If y'all don't help friends, do it. Don't just preach it or say it. Just do it. Because For real, at the end of the day, I'm just gonna keep praying for my city and I'm gonna keep coming. I don't give a damn about what y'all say on Facebook about me, because at the end of the day, don't none of you bastards pay my bills. And pay none of you bastards afford my bills either. So at the end of the day, I'm gonna tell you, kiss my
Time of violence. She wasn't talking to me, y'all. I'm gonna let y'all know that right now. If I was on the city council, I would not address her, not unless I said, well said. You are correct. That would have been all she got, because she would not be directing not one of those words that she just said. Woo, she got in there getting one subject the whole 3 minutes. Thank you. Man, I hate to, baby doll, I hate to say it, but y'all, you get about 2 seconds from me on that one. You are correct. You are correct. Facts. Woo! 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 And I'm glad to hear she like working with kids, because I like working with kids. And honestly, you know what? At the end of the day, kids may be able to help us turn this thing around. Because I would bring a whole bunch of kids to city council and line them up in the first 3 rows right under the cameras. That's what I would do. Yeah, that's what I would do. I would bring kids and put them in the first 3 rows. If you want to babysit doing city council member, there you go, babysit. Leave us adults in the back room alone. That's all. That's all I would do. Have class projects or whatever like that. I ain't concentrating on y'all. I'm making sure my kids are in line, because they are the property of somebody. So y'all ain't gonna be able to go off on the 3 rows of kids. You're gonna have to calm it down. Time out violence. Because that's what y'all are really getting to. That's what y'all are really getting to. Yeah, 3 rows of kids. I know a lot of people gonna watch this later on, but when you watch this later on, answer that question. Y'all think that'd be a good idea? You think 3 rows of kids would calm the city council down? Would make them think about the future and not their pockets? Will make them think about the future and not tomorrow? Legacy? Come on. This is a chance of a lifetime. And y'all blowing it. Really blowing it. Give me another clip, man. Give me another clip. If I was on city council. Rich Jones. Time off violence. Get them people out there back. We're going to sit down. We're going to behave. We got any more clips? All right, wait a second, y'all. But yeah, we gotta behave. We gotta respect those 3 rows of children all over the room. All over the room. All over the room.
I got bail money.
2 months of her. Just if y'all want that, she gonna be quiet. She gonna be quiet.
No, who changed it from there to there? They told y'all that? Who? The president? Who?
They let Miss Gladys sit here, but she can't sit.
So let me ask you this question: Have anything been said to her about her behavior?
Right.
Have there have apparently if she don't get 5 votes, then they want is no longer standing. Don't you touch me. Okay, stand up this way. Don't you touch me.
I'm going to the courthouse. I'm going to the table. The lawyer said y'all. That's one thing. And the lawyer said they gotta let y'all.
Wendy said something interesting when she said, and Gladys, they let her stay. And they did. And they let me stay. They let Kawana stay before. But not yesterday. Or last night. Evening, whatever it was yesterday. They ain't let Art Woodson stay. They even kicked me out. I ain't got a warning. Woo, I ain't get a warning. I ain't get a warning as a citizen. But once again, it would have never got to that point because of the tripods. And because if some kind of way everybody had to be in that corner except not only Paul in that corner, because I'll write a resolution, I'll make an amendment to put everybody else keep doing whatever they doing, put Paul in that corner. He the one got cords running all over this building. Put him over in the corner. They cameras ain't bothering nobody. And hopefully some things to give the citizens enough smiles to where they won't be ready to go ham every time they give them my eye. And I'm trying to do my very, very, very best not to give them my eye. But going along with this nonsense right now, nah. Like I said before, when she wouldn't little baby doll, whoo, when she wasn't talking to me. Just like when they talked about after people gave me a call today, trying to be messy. Hear that? He's not talking about me. I'm not one of those activists. So that wasn't me that they were talking about. So I don't have nothing to say. But in some cases, you are correct. So throw another clip for me if you got it. Or is that your last one? That was a double take. It looked like a rewind. Hey, how you doing? Oh yeah, tune in today. Michigan interview, YouTube only, 4:30. Go subscribe right now. Flint After Dark. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Karen, put that cash up too when you get a chance too. Yeah, I forgot we got a boys 2024. They want more. But today's wages don't match. No, yesterday's wages don't match today's prices. Got it right. Renee, I really appreciate you. Hey, Renee, now what do you think about while Terrence winding loading up? Um, what do you think about if we instead of fighting fire with fire, line the first three rows right by the where the city council where Davina sit, right there, the first three rows on that side, right in front of the camera space. What if we line three rows, the first three rows up with kids. All three rows, put them with kids. You think that would give them something to think about, give them a reason not to go ham on the residents and sick the police on them and stuff like that? Come on, get the typing, get the typing, get the typing. You think that would be a good idea? Anybody else out there listening, y'all think that would be a good idea? If y'all don't think that'd be a good idea, y'all can put that down too. I'm waiting to see. Terrence, don't let her be and got her comment up before you got that clip roll. Well, I'm really thinking about doing something. If I was on city council, I would probably talk to somebody on the school or somebody and try to get try to get those first three rows of seats filled up with kids. Make sure I do it on a day that they don't have an executive session. So they all start their meeting off leaving us in the room with the three rows of kids. I wouldn't expect the kids to stay there no more than an hour. I'll probably have them walk in. Their hours start when the council meeting starts. So they probably be at the building an hour or two. You just doing 1 hour listening to the city council. Yesterday they waited till all 9 members was there before they started their special meeting. Then they started their 5 o'clock meeting at about 9 o'clock. But they did have some extra. So some of that time could have been shaved. I guess Terrence don't have another clip. I'll give him 30 more seconds, and then we're gonna get into the point that I wanted to explain earlier about hot topics being a problem. But as these seconds roll down, I did address the hot topic. The hot topic of the night was tripods and Arthur Woodson going to jail. Those were the high parts. And I remember in that clip with Eric and seeing Miss Claire, Big Sis, she also said something. You got something to say, Tam? You got something to say before I get into this? Guess not. Well, what I was trying to say about Hot Topics is, at that meeting, Miss Claire, she was talking about that budget. Well, okay. Yeah. Thank you, Renee. Cause I thought I had I thought I had really went outside the box with that one. Man, I thought I had made a whole new box. Shoot. But thank you. Well, Renee, we might be in the box together. We gonna see. We gonna see. Cause we gonna get at least 200 people to view this. At least, hopefully, everybody that view this make it to that part and put their comment down, and maybe we ain't. Maybe we did make a box. Maybe we got a box. We got a whole lot of people that the box and laid down on all four sides. It's flat. Hopefully, well, we'll see. But what I was saying is, Miss Claire also mentioned 15 million, 16 million. I always say 15 because the city said they were gonna give them. Eric said, "I'm gonna give y'all 15." They asked for 16. Eric said, "Same like me." He said 21. I said 22. He probably figured it out to treat them like me because he ain't really, Eric was with that watercress. He, I didn't tell him every year. Eric didn't feel me when I just asked him how much to stabilize it, then buy. He wasn't with that, but you know how Eric is long-winded, and I don't want to be long-winded. So my bad. Still love you and miss you, but yeah, I would have wrote a resolution and been writing resolutions, still writing resolutions, but hopefully I would have only had to write one. But if I had to write a million of them, every meeting I would, because those Harper funds, which was originally called the Pandemic Relief Funds, was really sent here for the residents. Shortcomings. And they could have used the money to help the residents and fix some loose ends in their budget and their departments. Some of their departments could have, helped with this, some of their departments, but they did fix Miller Road more than once. I think they paid downtown Flint re-bricked it more than once. So so we gotta we gotta stick to my hot topics. What's hotter? The budget being passed that ain't good, or and they got passed after those public speakings, after the arrest, at the end of that meeting, it got passed. Not to be sent to council, it got passed. Approved. Oh yeah, everything is kind of wild. Like I said, so I was on city council. I be trying to do what's best for the citizens of Flint. Like I said, I have one thing going for me. We have one thing going for us when it comes to demanding that money be appropriated in the right directions and the right departments as far as the city of Flint finances is concerned. That we've been under emergency management manager. We had a $22 million fund balance once upon a time. We had a city full of homes, life, 4 Class A high schools. We didn't talk a whole lot. Let us have what's left. And that's what I'm fighting for, what's left. I'm fighting to end them building apartments in the city of Flint and replacing those apartments with homes. Looking for ways, because it all depends on when I was on city council. If I was on city council when I was being blackballed, ignored, but instead of being blackballed and ignored and told stupid stuff when I approached the city council, not from this current council.
City demons. Can you see it?
But in that election,
I know you see it. Can you feel it?
to where I would have been with those council people instead of at that podium, I would have wrote a resolution and put it on the floor, like Lotto said. I would have took the pen off the plastic because I'm feeling brand new. Jump in that water fund, drop a meal 22. You know what I'm saying? And be good. Flint, we gotta get together. Next city council meeting. Time out, violence. We're gonna fill the first 3 rows up with you. Bedrock Diva.
Paralyzed by falling dreams, we self-medicated.
Hear this one. What? Come on.
They taking all the schools away, but they still ain't making feelings. But we gon' make it all the way.
What we doing? Yeah.
We gotta take it back. We gotta take the hood back. Take it back. Take it back.
Who want that city back? Raise your hand.
We gotta take it back. We gotta take the city back. When you're under pressure,
they might as well let us keep what we got. They done already took a whole lot.
Even when it's hard, you're on your own. City demons, all up in your city, product of your environment, and the city about got the bedrock diva on this track, yeah. It's city demons in my city, yes indeed it is. Got the crabs in the buckets and the haters working every day. It's systematic shit, we gon' make it anyway.
No More Tears concert. August the 19th. I mean,
Your former spokesman knew about it in July
17th.
2015 and sent an email about it, and you didn't declare a state
Ballot
of
to Clark.
emergency until January of this year. A number of the residents that I've spoken with in Flint have said ultimately they want accountability.
Again, I think it's normal. So as soon as I learned about it, we took dramatic action.
Why not just immediately replace all of the lead pipes?
That is not a short-term project.
As the scope of the crisis has grown, residents have rallied, demanding the governor step down.
Water comes with it, so Tad, please do not drink it. As Governor Rick Snyder, what was you thinking? You should be departed for all the pain and misery. Knew the pipes haven't been changed in centuries. The flag in my city in Flint downtown. Turned upside down, I'm thinking, what now?
What
this
now?
is America, Jack, the great USA. They say by drinking this water is many go crazy. Rick Snyder, how could you apologize for taking lives? You're just a snake in disguise, spreading lies. In Detroit, Michigan, having water problem too. Could it be all them politics are in cahoots? They don't even care about taking one's life. But when a black do it, you give him 25 to life. Rick Snyder was born in 1958. That's the year the dog, but he'll have his day.
Hey, mama. Thing. And it's still. Come on. Yeah. This is my baby right here. Give it to him. Come on.
Politicians glisten off the money we spend with this 100-proof water doing more damage than gin. Water government been drinking fresh water since October. Didn't know us, couldn't show us. And now they owe us. Me and my city trying to leave us for dead with this lead government Snyder off with his head. Listen, we living in prison. Our pipes need penicillin. I'm supposed to crap where you eat. But that's how I'm feeling. I done had it to the feeling. The storm will be weathered. Trying to kill the murder cap us together. We better. The TV shows, YouTube and videos. Cocaine, gunplay, weed, and narcos. Videos by hidden blow, we better than that. Might as well cut us at the wrist and let us float off the map. Trap.
Come on.
No bullshitting. 2 ears and 1 mouth, man. Come on now, listen.
Mama, I'm thirsty.
Come on.
You said it was safe to drink, but it's poison.
Man, it's still.
People are
Come on.
dying. Kids are crying. We put our trust in you.
10+ years, we still in this mess, y'all.
Actually, I learned about it in October, and I took action.
No More Tears concert.
Working with
Stop the violence.
Water, I'm doing water testing. Again, we need to do more, though. Again, I think it's normal.
Had too many hot topics since this song was made, y'all.
Governor, will you resign?
You're now rocking with Terrence Sale on Flint's #1 online podcast, Flint After Dark. We speak for the streets.
Your former spokesman knew about it.
It's your boy, Terrence Sales, a.k.a. Mr. Speak for the Streets, a.k.a. Big T, and you locked in to the #1 podcast in Flint, Michigan, Flint After Dark. We speak for the streets.
Normal.
Straight from the heart, that's why they don't like me. The underdog, hey, the underdog, hey, the underdog, hey, the underdog, hey. Me crossing over, no, they ain't likely. Never bite my tongue, that's why they don't like me. The underdog, hey, the underdog, hey, the underdog.
The cartel, nigga, meet your connect. Connect.
Nigga in, so they lock the door and take no for an answer, so I knock some more. Then I kick that bitch down.
I'm from Flint, F-L-I-N-T. Fight like it's no tomorrow, motherfucker.